Clearly, a lot of businesses have to reroute business. We saw that from AP Moller-Maersk, the container shipping giant, a number of weeks ago. Some breaking news in the last couple of hours on Shell. Could you give us the update for you and the team? What have you had to change, if anything at all?
Sure. We engage with the U.S. Navy and other security organizations for all of our movements to the Arabian Gulf, the Red Sea, and on every voyage we have a security plan, and it's really ship by ship that we evaluate the situation. So we're working very closely with the maritime security authorities. The risks in the region have been accelerating over the last several weeks. These are risks we deal with all the time. Last year we had a couple of ships attacked by the Iranian Navy. Actually, one of them was boarded and hijacked into an Iranian port. So this is a part of our business that we deal with. We take it very seriously. The safety of our people is the most important thing, and the risks in that part of the world are very dynamic and volatile right now.
Have you made any changes in the last few weeks?
We've made changes that we don't talk about publicly in terms of the security protocols. We have not made fundamental changes to how we've been moving ships over the last few weeks.
Are you surprised that we haven't seen any influence on prices whatsoever?
I actually am. That's an important part of the world for oil supply, and traditionally, when risks elevate in the Middle East, you see it reflected in markets. We've not really seen that yet. And so I'm a little surprised.
So what do you think it would take? I mean, do you think that the excuse that people use, which is that the U.S. is just overwhelming the world with oil, and that's the reason why oil prices have remained completely immune to any tensions in the Middle East, do you buy that story?
Well, certainly U.S. supply growth has surprised people to the upside, and I think it has helped calm markets a little bit. But it certainly has no ability to cover up a big disruption in the Middle East. That will fundamentally change the supply dynamics in the world if you were to see shipping halted, disrupted, or seriously disturbed. And so I do think that the U.S. supply has helped kind of calm markets over the longer cycle, but there's no capacity to respond in the short term to an interruption like that. 13
million barrels a day. Can we just sort of frame this just for a moment? How much potential is left? How much higher can that number go?
It can go higher. The U.S. is blessed with an abundant resource base. The constraints tend to be, right now, the capital spending of suppliers, how fast suppliers will go. A decade ago, companies in our industry were growing too fast in the Permian Basin in particular, and investors were unhappy with that. I think we've seen companies throttle back capital spending, return cash to shareholders more consistently. If they were to return to the ways of the past, I think you could see that number go higher. I don't see that going on right now, but the U.S. has upside.